Hi, welcome. It's Michaela. So today has been officially 2 years since we closed on our house, and the past 2 years have been so much fun decorating, picking out pieces, doing small projects around the house. But it's definitely come with some like stressors of things that I don't really hear talked about a lot after you finish the home buying process and then you're going into like decorating your home. So I just kind of wanted to share a few things that I've learned these past 2 years. So during the home buying process, more specifically the home building process, you're working with a ton of people. The sales rep, your real estate agent, the building team, the contractors, all of those people are like talking to you kind of on a daily basis or like a weekly basis and giving you updates on your house. And then once you sign those papers and they hand you the key, they're gone. That's it. They give you this house, you walk in, it's empty, it's a blank slate, you can do whatever you want with it, and that's about it. Like, no one's gonna tell you how to decorate or what to do. You just kind of gotta figure that out. And that can be really exciting, but also it can be kind of stressful when you like actually are there in the moment, like, oh, this is it. Like, we can do whatever we want with this place. So the first lesson that I learned was to take your time with getting pieces and getting furniture for your house. That was something that was super stressful to me. I felt like we had to like find the style of house that we wanted to have. So I saved all of these pins on Pinterest. I have tons of boards with like minimalist design, Scandinavian design, more of like the Japandi design, all those kind of things. That's what I thought I wanted. And then when we got here, it was like, oh, we need a couch, we need a dining room table, and we don't really have time to like try to go and curate these pieces that fit this style or whatever. And because we moved in during COVID, like production times were slow, delivery times were slow. So there were a few pieces that I was like, ooh, I like that, but we won't get this for another 13 months, like literally absolutely crazy stuff. So one of the first spaces we set up 2 years ago was Alex's game room / office. And after 2 years, he's starting to realize that it's not working for him. The layout doesn't work for him. The desk is like a little bit too small for what he needs it for. But that was a great example of one of the things that we just were like, okay, you need a desk, you need a PC, you need this, you need this. Like we just kind of went out and got things for that office, for his office. And now we're starting to realize like we probably should have waited just a bit to figure out what we actually really wanted this to look like. As far as our personal house style, I don't really know what to call it. I honestly stopped kind of focusing on like, okay, I want it to be this style, I want it to be like mid-century modern or whatever. I just started to pick out pieces that I liked. I'm just making it a habit of like filling my home with things that I see and I'm just like, oh, I absolutely have to have this. I want this. I don't really care if this doesn't go with anything. I want this. This brings me joy. And that honestly takes time. So my biggest lesson, I think, is just to remember to take your time. Don't feel too stressed like you have to fill your home with stuff and you know, and have everything decorated immediately. Just, yeah, take your time. Which brings us to our second lesson learned, which is literally a contradiction of the first one, which is take your time, but don't take too much time because you want to be able to enjoy your space. Whether this is like your right now home or maybe forever home or whatever, you don't want to like wait until the very last minute to do all the projects that you wanted to do and then end up selling your house and you weren't able to enjoy living in that space. So take your time, but also do it a little bit faster. I guess I should say be mindful in the things that you pick, but also be timely in the things that you pick. So then that way you are able to enjoy your space how you set it up. Okay, so tip number 3 is more specifically for people who built their house. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about making changes to a new house. Just because it's new doesn't mean that it's what you wanted. The design center only has but so many things. So if you want purple cabinets, then you change out your cabinets and you make purple cabinets, or you paint your cabinets purple. It doesn't matter. Don't let people make you feel like you can't do changes to a new build house because things are new. I will say though, if you do decide to have like professional help with changing things out, like cabinets or like maybe like a sink or things like that, I would just talk to like a contractor and see if like their company has a program where they'll take this stuff and reuse it somewhere else, because again, a lot of this stuff is pretty new. So if we can like give it a second home or a second life somewhere else, that would be great. And maybe you can like talk to your contractor about like, hey, I want to save these countertops so they can be reused somewhere else again. So that's also a good way to think about it. We do have a few projects coming up to where I'm gonna try to find contractors who will reuse some of the things that we're getting rid of or we're changing out. But again, don't let anybody make you feel bad about what you wanna do to your house. It's your house. You do exactly whatever you want. Put things in there that make you happy. Which brings us to tip number 4. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but again, I think that you should decorate your house with things that make you happy. Don't decorate your house for resale value. At least I'm not going to do that. I don't know if this is our forever home. I don't know if this is our for right now home. I don't know how long we'll be here, but I'm not going to just leave everything blank and white and not touch anything. So then that way, when it's time to sell our house, it'll sell better because the resale value or whatever. I don't want to do that. I want to create a space that I love coming home to. I love being able to relax. I have pieces that like I can look at and just brings me joy. It makes me feel happy. Don't just sit in an empty box, a blank slate, just waiting to resell your house. Unless that is your plan all along, then feel free to do that. Or unless that's what you like, then feel free to do that. But I just, I feel like real estate agents and, you know, other people will say like, why would you ever do this? This is never going to sell kind of thing. And you should be able to do whatever you want. If the new homeowners are gonna buy your house, they can always repaint themselves or they can always change out whatever they don't like themselves. But don't forget to enjoy your home now the way that you want to enjoy it. And the last kind of lesson that I'm following is to document all of the changes and updates in your house. Not only is it nice to see like, oh, this is what it was before and this is what it is now, but it's also good to like have those numbers to see like what you spent on things and how this could be possibly adding to the value of your house. I love looking at stuff like that. And then I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that if you do like energy saving things like getting a new refrigerator or getting new windows, getting new doors, things like that, it could have some tax benefits. So make sure you're documenting pictures, prices, websites, where you got things, stores, save your receipts, all of those kind of things. I think it's just nice to have. Doing all these projects these last few years, like finding our perfect backsplash and installing it and painting this giant blue stripe in the dining room that I've been planning since before the house was even built, have been so much fun that I can't wait to just keep going with more projects this next year. I can't wait to like look back on this video and see like where we were and then like where we are in a year from now. I think this next project is gonna be this powder room off of the living room, and I fully believe that every room is another opportunity to like do something completely different than any other rooms that you've done. Every room deserves its own personality, and I think this is gonna be a good one. I have something planned for this powder room. It's gonna be so good. And I can't wait for you to see it. I hope all of these lessons that I've learned these past 2 years can help you some. I cannot stress enough how much you should just curate the life and style you want to have in your home. Don't let anybody tell you anything different, and don't stress out about it too much. Take your time, but also do things so you can still enjoy your house. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. If you want to check out how we installed our backsplash, I will put that right here. And if you want to check out how we painted this stripe in the dining room, I will put that right here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.